Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Andrew, the Unconventional Marathon Runner. At 6'5" and 17 stone, I defy the typical marathon runner's profile. With a 2-decade-long journey in fitness and my own gym, physical challenges are my forte. However, long distance running is a new chapter for me. As I prepare for my marathon in Manchester with a dedicated 12-week training plan, this series is more than just about running. It's about shattering stereotypes and pushing boundaries. Let's embark on this journey together. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Unconventional Runner. So, in episode 2, we're going to be bringing you up to date with the training. I am currently on week 7. So we're going to go through what I've done in the previous weeks and where we're up to now, what we've been eating, how we've been feeling, and I'm going to give you an honest and true account of how hard it's been today. Being a novice runner, I just needed something that was dead basic. So I'd heard really good things about the Runner app. So I downloaded the premium version and I got to work. So here I added in all my previous times, 5k, 10k and half marathon, and it gave me an estimated time of 4 hours. Now, since I've done a half marathon, I have readjusted that, or it auto readjusted for me to around 3:38 and 3:49. Which is very scary. So how the plan works is this is a 12-week plan for me because I couldn't do the 16-week one as I had an operation around Christmas. So there are 4 different runs you will do. Now I chose my running days as Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Sunday will be my long run. So let's talk about the 4 different runs that you will be doing. So your first run will be a recovery run, or what's known as an easy run. This is done at a very, very manageable pace, comfortable pace, almost conversational. And then your second one will be intervals or tempo. Intervals will be done where you're stopping and starting. Tempo run will be a continuous run done at different speeds. Then your long run, which is self-explanatory, that's the one that's going to get the distance into your legs, and that is going to be the one that I do on Sundays because I have got the most time. So let's get into week 1, my easy run on the Tuesday, and that was done at conversational pace, nice and steady, not trying to break any records. And then we moved on to our tempo run, so half easy, half tempo. That was just getting our legs and lungs used to the work. Then on Sunday we moved on to our 12-kilometer run. That was our long run. Week 2, then you will start seeing the distances creep up, as this is how it's going to be. It's going to be a progressive plan that takes you up through the weeks. So the runs do get harder, and there are some different types of runs on your intervals and your tempo runs, but things just start to really step up, and your first 3 weeks will be progressive. Your 4th week will be a deload week. But them interval runs, they ain't a joke. So that was one of the toughest tempo sessions we've done so far. 2.5k run at comfortable pace. Then 6 1-kilometer runs with 90 seconds rest in between. And we had to run them at 4:30 a kilometer pace, which was fucking tough. Now we do the 1.5k recovery run back, and then that's tonight's session done. That was a very difficult session. Then on the Sunday we hit an 18-kilometer
distance. So that really took our overall distance for the week up.
In fact, on that day, we ended up doing a half marathon because we got the route wrong. And that's the day we ended up PBing from our previous, and we got 152 down from 209.
So then we moved on to week 4. Week 4 is a deload week, and if you look at the plans, this is how they run. A deload week just gives you chance for your body to recover, so make you a bit more injury resistant. So then we moved on to week 5. This was where things started to really pick up. We did a 10 kilometer easy run. Then we did 10 kilometers in 1K repeats.
To bring an end to week 5, we had a small matter of a half marathon. So me and a few other clients thought it would be a great idea to book onto a proper race, and we decided to book onto the Great North Run at Blackpool. Today is the half marathon, so I'm looking to push on my last time from 2 weeks ago when we was meant to do 18, but we ended up doing 21k. I ended up getting like 151 then, so I'm gonna try and push that today. I'm gonna really try and push it, hopefully go under 150, and if I do, then that I have made big progress with that, and I'll be very happy. If I don't, it is what it is. So let's go. I decided to do this race with some clients from the gym because they're doing the marathon as well. Some are doing half, so I thought it'd be really good for us all. So after I picked up my number, it was to the start line, and yes, I was very nervous. So when the race got going, we was moving quite quick, and my average was 4:51 for long periods of time, and I was holding it.
Various sports fans, how are you feeling? 145 incoming.
So I was about 15 kilometers in here where I tell my friend that I'm going to do it in sub 142, and I did. It was the best I've ever felt running, and it was a very big achievement for me. So let's get on to week 6. Now this is where it really starts to get tasty. So let me take you to Barcelona.
So don't think for a minute that I've just flown to Barcelona just to do a run. This was in fact a late birthday present from my fiance. So I turned 40 in November and we had this booked, and it just so happens that it just coincided with my longest run to date, 25k. We had arrived on the Friday afternoon and we was there till Monday. So I had my long run scheduled on the Sunday. So Friday and Saturday was all about sightseeing. We went to watch Barcelona on the Saturday against Getafe. Had a really good time, but on the back of my mind, I couldn't really enjoy myself too much by having too many drinks, as I knew I had a 25 kilometre run to attend to. So this was on the back of my mind the whole time. So I was having a few drinks and then stopping and then drinking water, but I made sure I got plenty of carbs in, plenty of pizza, plenty of the good stuff, as this was by far my longest and toughest run today. But just look at the settings. We were stopping by the front, so by the beach, and it was the perfect settings for doing a long run. Outdoor gyms, people running, we was by a sports complex. I mean, this place had it all, and if I was going to choose anywhere to do a long run, I think this would be it. Motivation was very high after seeing how busy it was, how many runners were out there, how many people were working out. There was like dance classes going on. I mean, you name it, this place had it, and it was just great to see how active all these people were being, and it actually helped me sort of get up for the run. I mean, look at these guys here, just out doing a dance class. I mean, you would never see that on Blackpool front. I mean, it's amazing. And just look at the scenery as well. Like, if you can't get motivated to run when you're in a place like this, then you shouldn't be doing exercise at all. So let's go on to the morning. The weather was looking good, and first things first, I needed to get some fuel in. My missus wasn't happy that I was going to spend nearly 3 hours on a run, as you can see by her face. So I fueled up with eggs and toast. I think I had 3 slices of toast. Then I had 2 croissants and some jam and a coffee. Then I needed to get my kit ready. I needed my gimbal, my drone. I took 2 Hilltop Honey energy gels out with me, and I had one on 10k and then I had another on 20. And I'll tell you why that was a mistake later on. After my food had settled, it was time to get to work. So, as you can see in the distance, there is a massive hotel, and I was planning on running to that and then just to keep going basically as far as I could until I hit 12.5k. Then I was just going to turn round and come back. I was going to follow a Strava route through the city, but it was just too much. Too many directions, just too many cars. So I thought, just stick to the front. You can't go wrong. You can only turn one way. So that's exactly what I did. But first things first, we've got to warm up.
Today is the long run, which is 25 kilometres, and if you have ever woke up and not wanted to do something so much, I would say today's that day for me. So what we're going to do is going to get a quick warm up. I've got a Strava route to follow. It's not going to be fast today. I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to get it done, and then I can enjoy the rest of my trip, because my girlfriend, my fiance is not happy that I'm doing a run that's going to take me just over 2 hours. So let's see how it goes. A quick warm up, 10 leg swings, followed by 10 on the other side, and then we'll do them across, and then we'll just get going. So I've got to run 5 kilometres, comfortable pace, 15 kilometres, target marathon pace, then 5 kilometres, comfortable pace.
So this has become a bit of a staple warm-up for me, and I find that it works well, and if it works well, I'm going to stick with it. So as always, I'm wearing my Saucony for the long runs, and as always, I'm repping Shadow Performance. Go and check them out at shadowperformanceclothing.com. The weather was nice, and it took me a while to really get settled in.
So I've just started my 25k run, and we're on quite a good route. It's by the beach, and there's just a lot of runners out. I don't think you can see that many now, but there's fucking loads of runners out. So I'm just gonna try and stick to a steady pace, see how we go. But today is just about kilometres in the bank and just time on my feet. So I'll check in very shortly.
So that's 20 kilometers in. So we had to do 5k at a comfortable pace and then 15k at target pace. Managed it all right. So we're just into the last 5k now. It's unknown territory once we get to 21. I've never gone this far before, so I'm just going to take it nice and steady now for the last 5. Whew. Whew. 25 complete. Took me about 2 hours, 19 minutes. I think most important thing there is just time on your feet. No PBs, just get it done. Right, I can go and enjoy the rest of my weekend now.
I finished the run in 2 hours and 18 minutes, and that gave me an average of around 5:33 a kilometre. So my target pace for the marathon is 5:41, or was my target pace. So that would give me 4 hours. I would be made up with 4 hours, but as the training's progressing and my times are getting better, it's looking like my target is going to be around 5:21 now. So it's quite scary, but you know, if you put in the time and the effort in, you will start to see big improvements. That's what I will say. So before Barcelona, I did a tempo run, and I'll just explain that to you now. So it's week 6 and we've just done our second run of the week. It was a progressive run. So we either do a tempo run or an interval run. So this one was more of a tempo, and fuck me, it was hard. I really struggled tonight. Every other session I've been ahead of the times, but tonight I just couldn't do it. We had to do 10 kilometers. It was 3 kilometers at 5:10 pace, 2 kilometers at 5, 2 kilometers at 4:50, 2 kilometers at 4:40, then a kilometer cool down. That was tough. That was probably harder than the half at the weekend. The other lads who was with me struggled as well. So I'm guessing that's just from heavy legs. Because not every run's going to feel amazing and you're not going to PB every run. So, yeah, that was tough. I just couldn't push. I couldn't push the times tonight. So I was a bit off it, but it is what it is. And we just crack on, don't we? So that wraps up week 6 of the training. Now we are into the big distances. So we've got 30 kilometers to run next, and then we're into a deload week. Then after that, we're going to go up to 34. That's the highest that we will get to. And 30 and 34, ugh, it sounds disgusting. So I need to get my fueling right. And after we hit that 34, it's going to be taper then. We're coming down. And then it's the big day. So the next episode is going to be from the big distances and then into the marathon. And I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm not a good editor. I don't claim to be. I'm just doing it on an app. But I'm trying my best. So hopefully you're getting some value from this. And I'll see you next time. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Just do something to show me that some people are out there and watching it. So thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.